Robert here with another great video tutorial from Robert's Productions. Today I'm going to show you how to create a shiny text with a drop glow, kind of like a little glow. First thing you want to do is open Photoshop if you haven't done so already. Then you click on File, New, make the width at 450 pixels and the height at about 200, and the background transparent is good enough. Okay, click OK. Then we have our workspace. Now click on the horizontal type tool or the text tool, whatever you want to call it, and type your text. What is this doing? Type your text that you want to make shiny and add all these effects. Right now I'm just going to change the color to black so I can see it, but we're going to be adding a gradient to this text in just a little bit. Now, we're going to, don't know where that came from. It should only look like this. Okay. Now we're going to go down here to the effects, make sure this is selected, blending options. Okay. Now, we want to add a gradient overlay. Click on this gradient button thing. Now we're gonna add I'm gonna add a darker blue. You can add whatever color you want. Make sure try to do like the bottom part darker than the top part. So try to keep the same colors, and that looks pretty good. Click OK. Now I'm gonna add an inner shadow and a drop shadow, and I'm just gonna click OK. That's all the effects that I want to add to this. So now we're gonna create a shininess to this text. Okay, we're gonna get down here to the create new layer button. We're gonna rename this to reflection. Hit enter. Okay, now we're gonna go to the pen tool. Click here. Click here. See, I usually do this stuff really fast, so I'm not really explaining myself, but because you know. Okay, now close this off. Close off your pen tool. Okay, now that you've done that, right click on the reflection layer and click Rasterize layer. Now hold on to Control and click this little T next to your text layer, Robert. Okay, hit this little T. Now go to Select, Modify, Contract, and let's contract it about 2 pixels. Depends on what you're doing. Now I'm going to hit Control-Shift-I, which stands for invert, I think, pretty sure. Then hit delete. Okay, that should delete all the white around the text. Now we're going to hit Control-D to deselect everything. And we're going to go right here to the reflection, make sure it's highlighted, and change, lower the opacity to about 20. And right there looks pretty good. Okay, now we're going to create our little reflection down here. So what we want to do is, I just totally messed it up. Control Z fixes anything. Okay, hold on to Control and select both layers of your text. Now right click and hit Duplicate Layers. Click OK, and you have reflection copy and Robert copy. Make sure these are highlighted and all that. But first, I'm gonna move these all up just so you can see the reflection. Okay, now make sure your Robert copy and your reflection copy, or your text copy and your reflection copy, are highlighted only. Now go to Edit, Transform, Flip Vertical. Okay, now it should look like that. Now use your arrow keys on your keyboard to move it down. Don't use your mouse. Just move it straight down until they touch. So see, right now they are not touching, and now they're touching. Not touching, touching, not touching, touching. Okay, make sure they're touching, bottom to bottom, like that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're gonna only select the text layer, not the reflection, text, and the copy. Okay, we're gonna go down here to the mask button, click mask, add mask. Now we're gonna go over here to our gradient tool, and we're gonna make sure this is set from white to black. Click OK. Make sure down here your foreground color and your background color is set to black. So white and black. Foreground white, background black. Okay. Now we're gonna go about to the middle of the text. Hold down Shift and bring this about 3/4 of the way down. Just like that. And now we have our nice little cool shadow. We're gonna add, we could just change the opacity, bring it down a little bit, about 98%, just to make it look a little more realistic. Okay, now we can move this to about to like the middle, and there you go. You have a nice shiny text, cool looking text with the inner shadow, drop shadow, and a nice little reflection off the ground, just like this is reflecting off glass or something. Looks pretty cool. Thank you for watching this awesome video tutorial. See you next time.